The Science of Getting Rich by Wallace Wattles. How could a book written over 100 years ago be relevant to gaining wealth in our world today? So much has changed. Yet Wallace Wattles would not be surprised that his work is still helping people today. Because his work is more about internal control than external, his insights are not dependent on the externals. Therefore, though the externals have changed in many ways from 1910, the year The Science of Getting Rich was first published, his advice is still considered relevant and life-changing. Let's take a look at 5 ways he would have you approach the idea of gaining wealth. See money as a medium of value. First of all, ditch the idea that pursuing wealth means you are greedy and self-centered. See money as simply a medium of value that can be traded and used. It is a positive thought to view the world as having much to offer, a thought that can be accompanied by gratitude. It could even be seen as being ungrateful not to try to experience the good things life has to offer. Wallace explains that you must realize that seeking an abundant life is good and healthy, and it naturally involves accumulating and using wealth. An abundant life will include taking care of your mind, your body, and your soul, the components of human life. Nurturing each of these requires resources, whether it is books and schooling for the mind, food, clothing, and shelter for the body, or relationship and love for the soul. You are rich when you have what you want for each of these components. According to Wattles, wealth is, therefore, relative based on your individual desires. The man who owns all he wants for the living of all the life he is capable of living is rich, and no man who has not plenty of money can have all he wants. In other words, you determine what you want out of life. Having it will make you rich, and it will likely take money. To keep your mindset on wealth positive, make it a goal to deliver as much value to those you deal with as possible. There is a direct relationship between your wealth accumulation and the value you deliver to others, those close to you and humanity as a whole. Define your goals. It is said that the best sailors keep a view of the port where they intend to anchor ever in their mind. Knowing what you are striving for in life is essential to reaching it and enjoying it. What is a rich life in your mind? Once you identify this, Wattles directs you to use the power of your thought to make your goals happen. Once you have your clearly defined goal, develop a strategy to reach it. Identify the steps it will take to obtain it. Then, focus your energies and thoughts on it. According to Wattles, your thoughts are so powerful that when focused, they can make things happen and create what you need. Maintain positivity by being grateful for all you have. When you recognize blessings, more blessings will follow in time. If, for instance, you are an aspiring musician that cannot afford the instrument you want, you are more likely to obtain that instrument if you are grateful for what you have in the present and use it to the fullest. There seems to be power in your positive approach. Gratitude generates both positive thinking and positive outcomes. Before we get to the next point, please don't forget to support our channel by liking, subscribing, and commenting on this video. Alright, let's get back to the third point. Visualize the goal as though you have it already. Further, as you maintain focus on the goal, picture it. Is it a home for you and your family? Visualize every detail. You will find that the mind is more powerful than you realize, and your subconscious will be activated, unleashing intelligence you never knew you had. The vision helps build a powerful faith that you will obtain it. As this faith grows, obstacles, doubters, and naysayers have less influence over you. Avoid thoughts that oppose your goal or your power to reach it. For example, if you are striving to put yourself through medical school, you must focus on information that will boost your faith in this goal, discoveries being made in the field, miracle surgeries, and life-changing therapies. In this example, you would avoid energy zappers like news stories about the difficulty of paying back education debts, the high incidence of medical lawsuits, and the alarming rate of burnout in the field. Thoughts are powerful and can hinder or propel. Positive thoughts build faith, and faith propels your will and motivation. Be in control. Act each day in accordance with your goal. What you do each day needs to be in harmony with your goal and the vision your thoughts have created. Clearly, just thinking about working in a hospital won't get you through medical school. If you do not commit to needed actions, you won't meet that goal. Your thoughts clarify your path and the needed actions. According to Wattles, the correct action on a daily basis plus efficiently carrying out required actions equals success. The big problem that arises is that you can be put off course by an environment or situations that seem hostile to your plan of action. At this point, many give up. But positive thinking will propel you to look in the existing environment or situation for a way to accomplish the action needed. You may need to first make changes, and they may take time, but always maintain the path to your goal. After a windstorm, you may need to go do some cleanup before you can continue down the road, but don't turn back. Get out your saw and keep going. Many people, for example, have had the pandemic interrupt their plan of action. Extending the medical school scenario, perhaps you have not been able to complete the required in-person labs, and another year has been added to your schooling. Instead of giving up, find activities each day that will be in accord with your medical career goal. Perhaps you will find a temporary job working to end the effects of the virus. Later, this medical experience may open doors you would have never expected. Focus on creation, not competition. Wattles' bottom line premise is that there is enough for everyone to live an abundant life. The dog-eat-dog picture of getting ahead is untrue and, in reality, detrimental to success. Someone else does not need to fail in order for you to achieve. Finding your niche requires an awareness of your interests, focus on building needed skills, and innovation. Avoid the idea that you need to put someone else out to get yourself in. Instead, focus your thoughts on innovation rather than competition. Don't put a coffee stand 2 blocks from an existing coffee stand and offer drinks for 50 cents less. Instead, come up with a new product or service that your locale does not offer. In this way, you can be an inspiration to others rather than a nemesis and add value to your community. Seek increase, but not at another's expense. Wattles' view of wealth and his emphasis on the power of positive thoughts and propelling actions are relevant even though much has changed since 1910. If you are tired of fighting to get ahead, you may find the direction you need to move forward on a friendlier path by unleashing the powers of a positive mindset.